Has the Countering CCP Drone Act in the US had an impact in the FBI's ability to foil the assassination attempt on President Trump? Well, I think so. And this is a metaphorical FBI shooting themselves in the foot, personally, from my own opinion. Now, before we get started, please, this is a video purely about safety and how the authorities could have foiled and stopped the assassination attempt on any president, never mind just President Trump. So this is not about left or right. I don't want opinions about who you love and who you don't love. This is about drones and how it could have helped and how the CCP Drone Act is wrong and the FBI now actually prove it. Before we go any further, we just want to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, and that is CoverDrone. CoverDrone provide insurance and policies for you, whether you're in Canada, whether in New Zealand, Australia, or anywhere in Europe. So make sure you select the link in the description below and get yourself an instant quote and instant coverage, whether it's just for a day or it's for a year or any certain period that you want. CoverDrone have you covered. Make sure you fly safe. Hi everyone, Stephen from the FlyBy Guys. It's good to see you again. And yeah, we're talking about the CCP Drone Act and how it really has made an impact on the world, because what happened last weekend, and we're now a week from what happened. Now, I want to talk about what happened last weekend. Now, first of all, I was in London. I was on drone operations at Hyde Park, and we were told very last minute that we could not fly because there was drone jamming going on at a certain time, from a certain time to a certain time. And I made a video about that, actually about the time. I'll leave that video up here if you want to have if you want to see it. Now, as I said, there was jamming going on, and that's why we couldn't fly. Now, I was wondering why they were jamming in London at that point, which was basically a Friday evening. And I figured it was probably because of the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, who actually might be there. Now, in actual fact, they were rehearsing for his visit, which was actually happening a few days ago. But it just shows the level of seriousness that the authorities in the UK and also throughout Europe take when there is a dignitary that is coming to visit. So they basically lock down the airspace and they will start to jam. So if any drones take to the air, they will know where that person is. So why did this not happen in the US for the shooter? Because apparently he was flying a drone. Beforehand, he was able to map the area, do some waypoints, and get some information. Now, they got that information from his drone, apparently. And there's a good story about that from DroneXL. I'll leave that link in the description below. Make sure you check that out. It's actually really good from Hay. He's done a good analysis on that. But what I'm talking about is, why did the FBI not use drones? Now, you can see from these images that have come from the press. Now, this was after the event, and or let's say the incident, actually, not the event. Of course, the event happened, but this was from the actual incident. And you can see that there's good aerial footage of the area. Now, if the FBI were to be using drones, let's say they were using, the 30T, the DJI 30T, this would have given them way more visibility of the area, especially using the thermal, because they would have seen they would have seen one dot on the roof. So because we know that the FBI were also on roofs, and it was quite hard for them to see, and there's been all sorts of talks about that, of course. But drones would have helped. So why did they not? Of course, the CCP Drone Act, I think, has a lot to do with that as well. The fact that the FBI don't want to be using because they don't want to be giving away, but we can see how much that this has affected. Drones are needed in situations like this for security and safety. Now, we know that remote ID is also active in the US. Has this helped? No, it hasn't. So we can see how useless remote ID actually is as well. But at the same time, this Countering CCP Drone Act is also completely useless as well, because the FBI could have foiled this way sooner. They could have had way more information long before and actually had the person arrested, and we wouldn't be where we are today. So, but what do you think about this? Do you think that the drones would have helped? Do you think that, the aeroscope could have helped as well, that, you know, we could have had more information? Or do you think that, you know, it's right that they should be banning the drones? Personally, I think the FBI is in the wrong and they could have done way, way better. Let's look at the UK and the rest of Europe, because here in Finland, when we have dignitaries visited, whether it's Zelensky or whether it's President of the United States, the airspace is completely locked down, and anyone who flies a drone anywhere in the area is immediately actually located, drone taken off them, and they are fined. Why didn't that happen in the US? Leave your comments below, please keep them nice. I want this to be about drones and safety, not about anything else. We'll see you on the next video, and fly safe.